Once again, good morning. Thank you for joining us. My name is Dean Keller. Mr. Rhett, once you represent Kennedy Wilson. Prior to taking bids for this property, I'm going to read some terms and conditions. Rhett's going to have some announcements to make, and then we'll get into the bidding. I'll remind you all the terms and conditions are outlined on our website, including the ones I'm going to read to you now. You should be familiar with them prior to bidding on these properties. Notice is hereby given that the undersigned public guardian of the estate of James Chrysanthus will sell a public auction on March 18, 2017 at 9 a.m. on the premises as hereinafter described to the highest best bidder upon the terms and conditions hereinafter mentioned, subject to confirmation by the Superior Court. All the right title and interest said conservatee has by operation of law, or otherwise by the advantage of that is said conservatee of time of appointment, and into all the certain real property described as follows. Common address is 38560 9th Street, East Palmdale, California. These properties are offered together with improvements thereon, as is, whereas, with no warranty expressed or implied. Buyers are assuming a notice of violation of substandard posted against the property prior to sale and after. Should the buyer default in this sale, the procedures and remedies set forth in Probate Code Section 10350 shall apply, and the buyer may lose his or her 10% deposit and be subject to additional damages. The public administrator regarding the auctioneer make no representation regarding the properties offered for sale. Bidders must rely on their own inspection and research prior to bidding. No termite clearance provided. First $5,000, 10% deposit must be in the form of a cashier's check. Title will be clear, subject to current tax, conditions, covenants, restrictions, reservations, easements, rights, and rights of way of record. Sale will be made in the following terms. Policy of title insurance at 1/2 escrow fee at the expense of seller, 1/2 escrow fee at the expense of purchaser. A 45-day escrow will be open to the company of the seller's choice. In the event the 45-day escrow period has elapsed and the escrow holder is in possession of the order confirming the sale, and the buyer is not in position to close escrow, the buyer will be charged an additional $200 per day hold open fee until the close of escrow. The undersigned reserves the right to reject any and all bids and postpone the sale from time to time in accordance with the provisions of Section 783 of the Probate Code. Sales of these properties is subject to public administrator's approval and probate court confirmation. In the event the sale of the property is not confirmed by the court, the high bidder's deposit will be returned. Overbids may be accepted by court if they are made in court and the amount equal to the accepted bid plus 5% of that amount plus $500. The court shall determine any further incremental successive overbidding amounts. Bidders acknowledge that they are not employees of Los Angeles County Treasurer Tax Collector's Office, Los Angeles County Mental Health Service Department, or of the auction company. All descriptions and information derived from source deemed reliable, no guarantee is expressed or applied. Announcements made on day of sale will take precedence.
I have a couple announcements to make. Keep in mind when you're bidding on these properties today, they're as is, whereas no contingencies for the buyer. So when you're bidding today, you're buying it as is. We're not making any repairs to the property. This one is boarded up, substandard. I'm selling it for land value. The city has a substandard recorded against the property, and once a new buyer owns the property, they'll probably serve an abatement notice on the new owner. They want this property either to be demolished or corrected and fixed. So if you're planning on buying the property, they're not going to let you sit around and wait and leave another abandoned property on the street. So keep that in mind. Also keep in mind that once we sell it today, it'll be subject to court confirmation and overbid. And what that means today, the lowest income appraisal will be $5,000. So if someone bids $100,000, next bid could be $105,000. If we bid the property up to $200,000, Dean will say going once, twice, three times. No one bids higher than $200,000. He'll say sold subject to court confirmation. And that way, when we go to court, that'll be the highest bid. Someone could show up and raise the bid again at court, but they have to raise it by 5% plus $500. So keep that in mind when you're bidding on the property. The property itself, as I said, is land value only. There may be asbestos, installation and things like that. So keep that in mind. There'll probably be a lot of expense to remove whatever's already inside the property. Also keep in mind, if you have a broker here representing you today, they have to be here now to represent you. If they're not here, they're not representing you. If you're here and you're an agent bidding on your own behalf, you cannot get paid a commission also. So keep that in mind. Once we say sold today, I'm going to bring the buyer up. If you have an agent with you, we'll sign them up, and then we're going to move on to the next property. If you're not going to any more sales today, give Dean your bidder card, and we appreciate you coming out. With that in mind, we're going to get started. The whole auction will take less than a minute. So don't hesitate and try to throw your card up at the very last minute, because you'll miss it and you'll be upset, and then you can drive down to court on a Friday morning to overbid. So keep that in mind. With that in mind, we're going to get started.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, all registered bidders have been given a bidder card. I need to see those bidder cards out. That way I know you're registered, you have your checks, you're eligible to bid on the property. All right, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The property's now for an open bid. Who'll give 100,000? Begin the bidding. I have 100,000 bid. Thank you. Now 110, 120. 130,000. Now 140,000. 140's bid. Now 150 in the back. 160 to you, sir. 170,000's bid. 180,000. 190. Now 200. Now 210. Now 220,000. Now 230. Now 240,000. 250. 250 is bid. Now 260. Now 270. That was a good bid, but it didn't slow him down any. 270. 280. 290,000. 290,000 bid. 300,000 bid. $310,000. 300,000 curly gentlemen here. Anybody else at 310? 310 is bid. Now 320. Now 330,000. At 330,000 going once. The bid is 320 in the street. 330 going twice. 330. 330 is bid. 340 is bid. 350. Right back at you. At 350,000 again. You're out again. You want to go at 350 once, twice. Third and final opportunity at 350,000. Now 360. At 360 is bid. Now $370,000. At 370,000 once, twice. Third and final opportunity at 370. Anybody else? You shook your head no and then bid. 370 is bid. Now 380. 380 is bid. Now 390. Watch the street, please. You're my high bidder right now. I don't want you to get hit by a car. 380 bid. 390 once, twice. Third and final opportunity 390,000. So subject court confirmation 380,000. Sir. Thank you very much. That was a good effort, guys. If you don't mind, it's going to
Что ты скажешь?
Wow,
For the record. 380 тысяч.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to another property. Can I have your bidder cards, please?